Let's take you to Malaysia now, where a major operation to deport hundreds of thousands of illegal workers has begun. Previous efforts to remove them have not been effective. This time, though, some 10,000 officers are checking workplaces and are targeting employers who hire illegal immigrants. The BBC's Jennifer Pack was given access to one raid that took place overnight in Selangor State, and she sent us this report.
Malaysia's government says they have to get rid of foreign workers, illegal foreign workers, because there is a concern that they're causing social problems. But the other aspect is they're worried that they're being abused and exploited. This is, I guess, their kitchen on this work site. If you just look here, some cooking oil, you have some dried chilies here. And earlier I saw a big rat that just scurried across. This is hardly a good living condition, but the money that foreign workers make in Malaysia is not enough for them to survive outside, and that's why many of them end up working and living here on the site. Just look at this place and imagine during the daytime when it's hot, it's humid on this construction site. It's very difficult to find Malaysians to want to do these types of jobs. And so foreigners will continue to come to Malaysia to work, and some of them will risk jail as well as caning to do so illegally.
Jennifer Pack there in Selangor, just giving us a bit of a flavour of why people are heading to Malaysia, the conditions that they live in. Well, we can bring you more on that by taking you to the world's newsroom to join Tom, who is there for us. Where are most of the workers coming from, Tom?
Well, it's an interesting question, Lucy, because you look at those pictures in Jennifer Pack's report and you ask the question, why would anybody go and work and live in those conditions? And it's a question we've been looking at today here in the World's Newsroom, the South Asia section of the World's Newsroom, because it's the perfect place to find out some answers to that question. Because I'm joined by two of our colleagues here. We have So In Tan from BBC Burmese service and Masood Khan from the BBC's Bengali service. Now, So, I'll just start with you. What makes Malaysia so appealing? Why are people from other countries around Malaysia flocking there in such droves?
Malaysia is one of the richest nations in the region, and it always attracts the foreign workers because foreign workers get paid a lot more than they would earn in their own country. So you name it, for the Filipinos, Bangladeshis, and Burmese and Indonesians all flock there. So there are over 300,000 Burmese workers there currently working. Most are illegals.
Masood, what do the authorities in other countries think about the problem in Malaysia? I mean, you told me just before that you'd spoken to some authorities in Bangladesh. What's their reaction to this massive crackdown?
We have just interviewed the Overseas Employment Minister of Bangladesh, and he basically said that there are about 500,000, more than 500,000 Bangladeshi workers in Malaysia at this moment. And he was saying that vast majority of them are basically legal workers. They are registered workers. So what he said that, with a handful of people, being arrested or detained today, the government is not going to stick out its neck to save them. Obviously, they will have some consular services, but they are focusing more on those who have legal papers and those who earn money for the country.
So I'm quite interested because Burma has seen a lot of reforms recently, not least economic reforms. Do you think that's going to keep more Burmese in the country rather than going to other places to find employment and money?
Yes, there are changes in Burma, but it's not sufficient enough to employ a lot of people there at the moment. So there are still people going to foreign countries like Malaysia to find some works and to work there. But in the recent months, that some have gone back to Burma because of the problems there that Burmese workers face in Malaysia. Because in recent years there were clashes between Buddhists and Muslims back in Burma. So Malaysia is a Muslim majority country. The Burmese workers face some backlash from the locals. So in recent months that many Burmese workers have gone back. Also, Burmese embassy has introduced a work assistance program, and they are helping those people who want to go back to Burma.
Obviously, it's a difficult choice to make to go to another country and leave your family. I'm interested, Masood, just quickly, do a lot of these workers come back eventually after they've done some work in Malaysia?
They try to work there as long as possible. Their sort of mature years. They would like to go there. They come back briefly to their own country and then go back again with a different visa, with a different passport. So, but eventually, they don't actually live in Malaysia because they have a family back home. So once they have earned enough money, they come back home and try to have some sort of comfortable life.
Masood, Sowin, thank you very much. Very interesting stuff. And Lucy, it's a very difficult choice to make for many workers going to Malaysia, but unfortunately one that they have to indeed take.
Tom, thanks for joining us from the World's Newsroom. Tom Donkin there and the team up on the 5th floor. Just a quick reminder of our top story. The Thai government has declared a state of emergency in Bangkok and the surrounding areas. It'll be in place for about 60 days, we understand, and allows authorities to impose curfews, detain suspects without charge, also crucially to ban political gatherings. Do get in touch with me on Twitter. I'm at Lucy Hockings, BBC. See you again tomorrow. Thanks for being with us. Bye-bye.